Brad in Edmonton. Brad, great to have you on. How are you?
I'm good, Jim. Long-time listener. I work for a couple sports stations up here. We affiliated you for years, man. So lots of love. That guy's out to lunch. You guys had 4.4 million viewers of the game on Saturday night. That was the most watched hockey game in the States since 2019 Stanley Cup Final. The game is as hot as it is in the country of Canada as it is in the USA. Now, for the game tonight, I see it playing out like this. I think you guys are going to ride the emotions, the crowd. It's going to be 1-0 in the first 5 minutes. End of the second period, it'll be 1-1, and then Connor McDavid's going to take over in the third period, and Canada will win 3-1. And I can't see Sidney Crosby, and I can't see Connor McDavid losing. Last night, the Pittsburgh Penguins' longtime play voice, Mike Lang, passed away. So I have to think Connor and Sidney. Extra motivation. That's just what I think, Jim.
My man. Rack him. Brad, I appreciate you, dude. Well done.
Rack him.
You can hear him getting choked up about it, right? This is what I'm saying. This is why when Draybit in Calgary says it's a made-up tournament with some stage fights, we don't care. Did that guy sound like somebody who didn't care? My man Brad predictably is taking some, which I hate to see. At Hitman Canadian, quote, "Hey, Brad, man up." Signed Jeff in San Antonio.
War, me and my fiance, and War Jordan.
That's just what I think, Jim.
D Cook 406, quote, "Did dude start crying over a hockey game? Look, we are all sports fans, and having some passion is okay. However, no sport and no team is worth crying over." I've tried to tell you. You're not listening to me. He was a perfect example of it. The sport in Canada is practically a religion. It's sacred to a lot of those folks. Yes, he choked up. Yes, he teared up. Yes, that's how much it meant to him. It's like that soccer fan. Why is it always Ghana? Like that dude was shook. I'm telling you, if the U.S. wins tonight, Brad will not be the only dude crying in Canada. In fact, there will be people raging in Canada if they lose. This is Texas Johnny. Jim, obviously, Brad in Edmonton isn't an on-air personality because he couldn't keep his breath long enough to read a commercial, much less have a take. Rack Brad with an oxygen tank. He didn't say he was an on-air personality. He said he was a producer. The guy cares. The guy cares a lot. Again, if you grew up with the sport.
Second period, it'll be 1-1, and then Connor McDavid's going to take over in the third period.
Yeah. He got a little dusty. He got a little choked up. But that's how badly they want it. That's why it was so absurd when Draybit said it's a made-up tournament. We don't care. Stage fights. Really, then why is that guy crying on the air? Because he loves his team.
And I can't see Sidney Crosby and I can't see Connor McDavid losing.
My man was feeling it. Yeah, they care more than us. I don't think any Americans are going to say,
so
I can't see Brady or Matthew. I can't see.
I think you guys are going to ride the emotions, the crowd. It's going to be 1-0 in the first 5 minutes. End of the second period, it'll be 1-1, and then Connor McDavid's going to take over in the third period, and Canada will win 3-1. And I can't see Sidney Crosby and I can't see Connor McDavid losing.
Brad, I'm sorry, bro.
Last night, the Pittsburgh Penguins, longtime
I hate that we're doing you like this, or Alvin
is. I have to think Connor and
I hate that the other clones are, especially when you said to me.
That's just what I think, Jim.
I'm trying to defend you, bro. Alvin, I'm fighting upstream, though. Alvin has the music and all the drops, and I can't really fight all of X. I'm trying to defend you, my guy.
Jim.
Ray and S.A. Hey, Jim Rome. Brandon in Edmonton. More like that crybaby Jeff in San Antonio.
I am definitely a badass. I've got a kid, so I mean that's proof that I am a badass right there.
And
Really? Then
and
Alvin's the baddest man who ever lived.
Crosby, and I can't see Connor McDavid losing.
Jesse in El Paso, quote, Jim, was that Brad in Edmonton or Jeff in San Antonio? Way to voice crack on air.
And
I think you guys are going to ride the emotions, the crowd. It's going to be 1-0 in the first 5 minutes.
I would say keep an open mind, but you don't even need to. You'll see the game and feel the energy. That dude was crying on the air, and they haven't played yet. Let's go to Pearland.
That's what I think, Jim.
Bodie, Bubba, what's up, dude?
Bubba, what the hell? We already won, Bubba. If that dude's calling in crying like that. But, I've been a fan of hockey since the Houston Aeros and old-ass Gordie Howe. But I've been casually watching, and I love hockey. But we're going to win this game tonight. This game, we're playing in Boston. The momentum's going to be too strong, and they're going to wuss out like they always do.
Bodie said, but he calls up laughing. He's like, Bubba, we've already won if they're calling up and crying before the game. Let's go to San Antonio. My man, Ed in SA. Ed, what is your beef?
Hey, Jim. Unwar Canadian hockey.
Ed in San Antonio. That dude's character. War Canadian hockey. Hey, Brad, sorry about that, brother. Man, Brad was so cool. Brad calls up and he says, hey, Rome, brother, I am a producer, a radio producer, and actually I work for a couple of the affiliates that carried your show. Much love, brother. Let me talk about tonight's game. And by the end of the call, McDavid and Crosby won't let us lose. I'm like, damn, I know how this is going to go. It's my guy right there. I know this is not going to go well. The second it got dusty up in here, and sure enough, it's not going well. Sorry about that, brother. I'm doing everything I can to cover and protect you, but there's only so much I can do. I will get to your written beefs. I don't want you written beefers crying either. Rome, you said you wanted our beefs.